Hello everyone, welcome to my first redstone farm tutorial on this channel. There will be more, I assure you, as long as this one gains enough popularity. But yeah, this is the emerald generator, as you can see behind me and in front of me. And just ignore that stuff. My friend wanted to see how all this worked, so I let him into the world, and I started killing some mobs, and things just got a little out of hand. So, back to the farm tutorial. There we go. That's kind of embarrassing. So, we're starting with the centerpiece, which is the iron farm. This is a 12 by 12 with a block raised in each corner, with a 4 by 4 hole in the center, and an extra hole kind of around that, because if I place the water here, it doesn't go. So, you're going to want to do that, and you're going to want to place these little things down here, with signs blocking them off, so that a golem can't get stuck on these. Or a cat. By the way, did I mention that this thing kind of doubles as a string farm as well? Yeah, it's kind of twisted actually, but it makes the most horrible noises. So, these are the villagers. These are all the guys. You're making me look bad. You're supposed to be Toolsmith Man. Okay. And you're not supposed to be... Oh, come on. According to the wiki, if I put them in water, I can't... They won't change the profession. Well, that's wasting my time, then. Yeah, I was gonna say put them in water so that they won't change their tool station, bed, or profession. But clearly, I was wrong. So, you have to do this one by one so that they'll each link up, and for most of them, it has worked and has stayed that way. I guess I just missed a few because I was going fast and it was late at night. So, then place the beds on the outer edge like this. Make sure everything is non-spawnable, so golems can only spawn in there. And then, for the drop chute, you're going to want to, by the way, you're going to want to make the entire farm 30-ish blocks up, so that mobs, well, specifically iron golems and cats can't spawn on the ground, ruin your spawn rates. Let's just kind of get rid of them. Oh, never mind. There's a huge platform keeping us from doing that. So, you're going to want a little layer of lava up here. A single lava bucket on top of some signs will do, which will cause them to be on fire on the way down before they fall into this lava and this fire and onto this magma to kill them. So the golem will have his head in here, and the bottom half of him will be taking damage from all sorts of these things. It's a relatively efficient and quick system, but if you're on Java, which I'm not, you could probably just use entity cramming, and that's like instant death. So, that is the villager trading hall and the villager iron farm done. Now, moving on to the potato farm. So, all it is just a simple potato farm, a single farmer, another villager who has to have a profession. There have to be extra beds in the village as well. So that he actually wants to breed with this guy and throws him the food. When he tries to throw him the food, those hoppers will collect it instead of him. Sorry, buddy, but you're gonna starve. And then they go into this hopper. And when they're in this hopper, it will activate the comparator, which will go through the repeater to extend the signal and make it stronger. And then you're going to want to diverge it into two different directions for some reason. In testing, this is what worked. One redstone line will go onto there. The other redstone line will power a piston that pushes a redstone block under the hopper that leads into there. So that only one at a time can go in, and this can turn off, allowing this to, and then power again, allowing this to power again, and this to power again, so that will continuously just pump out all the items into the water stream, which will then go up into your sorting system and into their chests. And this is the item sorter. You're going to need an unmovable block, by the way, in Bedrock Edition. I learned this the hard way. Furnaces are not immovable blocks. Strange, right? So you're going to want an immovable block, a transparent block, so that the redstone can go up like this. So this could be a slab, this could be glass, this could be honey, maybe. Hold on, can redstone go on honey? It in fact cannot. Wait, hold on. Oh, yep, it can. So yeah, it can be honey, it can be it can be honey, it can be glass, it can be a slab. It's just that this piece needs to be one. And then you're going to want redstone dust here, and then redstone dust here. Which will then get powered by the comparator. Sorta. I mean, I don't know exactly how this works. This is kind of a tutorial. And other than this is the only tutorial I used. So you're going to want two solid blocks here, a piston, and this is why the immovable block is important, because the piston will sort of get powered ish. I mean, I guess it's just there. As I said, I don't really understand it too well. But this will power these blocks and it will lock these hoppers. So that only one item, which is the item we chose, can go through. In this one, it is pumpkins. And also you're going to want your 4 other items as a lock. Ooh. Hey, a pumpkin. Now let's see if it's sorted. Yep, it's sorted because there were only 4 before. This is a decent amount of drops for just this video. Also, there are 60 villagers in here if you were wondering. So that should be some pretty fast spawn rates since you only really need 10. And a golem spawns for every 10 villagers. And at least 75% of them have to be employed. I have them all employed because it's a trading hall as well. So yeah. And then, moving on to the sugarcane farm. So you're going to want a row of water, or I guess it could just be some flowing water, as long as all the blocks are connected to some form of water. A layer of sand, dirt, or gravel, which are the blocks that sugarcane can grow on. And then you're going to want a row of sugarcane, some pistons, just a block above and behind the sugarcane. Then above that, some observers facing down. Some redstone line on top, a repeater here to extend the pulse to these two. This should be at 2 ticks. This repeater here should be at 2 ticks and facing into this one. This one should have no ticks at all. and then a redstone line running into all the pistons. This here makes sure that the pistons only fire once. They will only be activated once. And now this is a pumpkin farm, by the way. All of these farms can be expanded infinitely. This is infinite, however, you're going to want to make chambers, because one farmer can hardly even harvest an entire farm here. So you're going to want to make chambers for this. You're going to want to make segments for this and this, because this is essentially the same thing as the sugarcane farm with the locking mechanism, the observers, the redstone line, the pistons, but just with pumpkins a block to the left of the pistons, or just in front of the pistons. So they'll grow onto the dirt. Piston, the observer will see it. Pistons fire, and then the hopper minecart underneath picks it up, and then it puts it into the same kind of firing system as you saw before. And this is the hopper clock. This makes sure that the hopper minecart has enough time to offload into this hopper. So it'll stay in place for a second, then this will power, causing the rail to power, causing the minecart to go. This will always be powered, and we'll have a redstone block and redstone dust right here. I should have gotten some water. I'm not used to talking this much. And then you're going to want to make some water streams connecting them all up. I used blue ice because I'm in creative. However, packed ice should also work. However, be mindful if you're using normal ice. It will melt if you put a light source too nearby. So yeah, ice of some sort on the bottom. Preferably packed or blue. Blue is pretty expensive though, so I'd use packed in Fire and Survival. So then you're going to want some water, sign, water, sign. Then when you get to corner, it's going to be a sign, then the water in the corner. And yeah. And then bubble elevators. Honestly, I don't think I need to explain the water stuff, like these and this. But I will anyway, just so people fully 100% understand this. So you want a soul sand here, then some water source blocks. It has to be source blocks, can't just have one bit at the top pouring down. Which will then lead into this, signs here, and then some hoppers. Honestly, it looks way more complicated than it is. Also, this took me 3 hours. So that was the emerald generator. I'm thinking next time we do something like this, it should be like a rocket farm. So creeper farm, paper farm, and maybe a dye farm, why not? But this has been the Red-Eyed Alien, and I leave in peace.